By the way, Isaacs and Bakers is here, a duo. Isaacs and Baker. Give it up, they're here. David Beck is here. David Beck, yeah. Get things started. Very funny fellow. We started using him as an MC at the Wisecrackers Comedy Clubs all around the area here in the central Pennsylvania area. He is from Center Hall, Pennsylvania. Please give a warm welcome for John Saxton, your neighbor. John.
How you guys doing tonight? You guys ready to have some fun? Oh, that was pitiful. Let's try that one more time. You guys ready to have some fun tonight? I hope so. Alright, that was slightly better. We'll try you guys later and see how you guys are doing. Alright, before I get started, we do have an anniversary. It's Penny and Don Royer's 33rd anniversary. Make some noise. Where are you guys, by the way? Oh my gosh, that is incredible. 33 years? Yeah, she didn't want to raise her hand. She's like, I don't know who this guy is. Is anybody else celebrating anything tonight? I mean, maybe not 33 years of being stuck with another person, but no one celebrate? Has anyone had a birthday in the last year or so? No? No, not really? Oh, we had a birthday the other day. All right, happy birthday. How old are you? Oh, see, I got her to say how old she was. I know that's a big no-no, but I did at 34. All right, well, thank you guys for coming out. We're going to have a lot of fun. You guys ever get the feeling that you're being stared at, like somebody's just watching you? I kind of have that feeling right now. Well, it wasn't 33 years, but my wife and I, we just celebrated our 5th or 6th wedding anniversary recently. Up to this point, we've never really had any major fights or arguments or anything like that, which I think is saying a lot. Everyone has their little tips and tricks and things that works for them, but it was just compromise. That's really what helped us, compromise. One example is I do a lot of construction and home remodeling and things like that. And some of the guys might understand where I'm coming from on this one. I have always wanted a urinal in the house somewhere, preferably in the bathroom. That would be the best place to put a urinal. Well, all right, maybe in the living room next to the couch. That's probably the best place to put a urinal, but regardless, let's say for the sake of argument, the bathroom is probably top 5 best places. So I go up to my wife and I say, hey babe, I want to put a urinal in the bathroom. What do you think? She looks at me and she says, no way, what are you, crazy? Get out of here. All right, it wasn't exactly the response I was looking for, but we need to figure this out. I want a urinal in the bathroom. She does not want a urinal in the bathroom. So we have to compromise. And now, we don't have a urinal in the bathroom. So see how we were able to compromise and find that common ground? Me neither. Well, I may not have gotten that urinal I was looking for originally, but I did install a new shower, which is pretty much the same thing. So that's cool. That's cool. And judging by your reaction, I'm not the only shower peer in the room. Am I right, Sarah? Am I right? All right. Well, since I've been trying to get my maturity level to kind of catch up to my age. Uh-oh, technical difficulties. And we're back, folks. There we are. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Well, since I've been married, I've been trying to get my maturity level to kind of catch up to my age. It hasn't happened yet, but I figured I needed to start becoming more responsible. I didn't really know exactly how I was going to go about doing that, but I figured I'd just kind of see what other responsible people do and kind of follow their lead. Just copy them and hope that things work out for me. And so I started thinking about it. What's something I can do? What's something that responsible people do? And I started thinking about it. Well, people donate to charities and to people less fortunate, people in need. So I figured that's perfect. We'll do that. We'll donate. What's something we can donate? Well, I don't have any money, so I can't donate that. What's something else? Well, people donate blood. People donate blood. So that's perfect. We're gonna donate blood. But little did I know, they get mad when you bring it in outside of its original container. I just thought it was a convenient way to get rid of some of those used shopping bags. And in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't have brought it in the Goodwill either. So I need to try something else, something that's a little more foolproof. People sign up to be organ donors. People sign up to be organ donors. That's great. So I'm gonna go sign up. So now, you're looking at an organ donor. But I did feel a little guilty after I signed up, because how are they supposed to know that I don't even own an organ? Maybe I'll have to keep an eye on Craigslist or something. I didn't realize they were in such high demand. So all right, we need to get back on track here. So let's try something else. One of my friends recommended, well, people donate plasma. All right, so let's try that. Let's donate plasma. What is plasma? No, I'm actually asking, does anyone know what plasma is? No. All right, well, at the moment, I didn't know either. So I figured I'd just go in and ask some questions. But they weren't really that helpful when I went in with the questions that I had. Like, how much plasma do I need to donate to get a big screen TV? The lady looks at me, she says, sir, that's the wrong kind of plasma. I think you're taking things too literally. All right, well, I can't argue, because that's not the first time I've been accused of that. This other time I was watching TV and a commercial came on for a pill that makes you bigger. Has anyone else ever seen this commercial? You gotta take that as a yes. For a pill that makes you bigger. Well, I thought that was awesome. A pill that makes you bigger? Are you kidding me? That's great. Well, again, I figured I'd call and ask some questions just before I started taking some of these pills. So I called up and I said, well, how many pills do I need to take to be 7 feet tall? She says, sir, I don't think you understand what we do here. I said, ma'am, I don't think you understand how bad I want to slam dunk. I'm trying to play pro ball here. At the moment, I'm white and I don't have a chance. So, all right, maybe I need to take a different route in this responsibility thing. So I'll tell you what I did. I got a dog. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. It is a little ironic that I got a dog, though, since one of my main goals in life is to not step in dog crap. I feel that's a goal that a lot of us have, honestly. But anyway, I got a dog, and it's been awesome. First off, how many dog people do we have in the room right now? Just raise your hand. All right, we have a lot. That's good. Let's go the opposite end of the spectrum. How many cat people do we have in here right now? All right, we have a few. Good. All right, cat people, I just want you to know right now, you're wrong. The correct answer was dog. Dog was the correct answer. So I got a dog, and it's been awesome. I've always loved dogs. But I haven't had a dog since I was really young. And things are a lot different from when you're a kid with a dog to when you're an adult with a dog. I think we can all agree on that. When I had a dog before, I was too young to pick up after it, to clean up after it, and take it for walks and things. So it was never my responsibility. And I think that would have changed the dynamic just a little bit if that weren't the case. I mean, that dog at the time was my best friend. And when was the last time you saw your best friend pooping in your neighbor's yard? Now, granted, some of my friends are pretty immature, so my answer might be different than yours. And if it's not, feel free to meet me after the show. Maybe we should hang out. But anyway, now that I have a dog, I'm really starting to understand why they call dogs man's best friend. We really do have a lot in common. The similarities might be subtle, but they are there. Like recently, again, I was taking the dog for a walk. We're standing there, peeing on a tree. The dog walks over and starts peeing on the same tree. I'm like, oh my goodness, we really do have so much in common. What other similarities do we share? And I started thinking about it. And I came up with a couple. Like when we have guests over, I can't get mad at the dog when he tries to hump their leg. Before I got married, I tried to hump every leg that I could. And now that I am married, I'm down to only being allowed to hump 2 legs, lefty and righty. And even that's only when she's in heat. Another similarity, after a long night of going out and partying, I might come home, you might find both of our heads in the toilet. Granted, he may be drinking out of it, but that's his decision. Who am I to judge? That's his thing. It's not really something that I'm into anymore. At this point, the dog is pretty much my only friend that my wife will hang out with anymore on purpose, because all of my friends are idiots. And it's true, they are. I can't argue with that. But because of that fact, whenever we go out, more often than not, we hang out with her friends, which is fine. I get along with most of her friends. But there is a couple that we've been hanging out with lately that are vegetarians. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing wrong with vegetarians. I'm fully aware that they exist. I myself am a vegetarian in between meals, so I don't get it. But this couple, claiming to be vegetarians, they made the exception to eat fish. I thought that was a little weird. They say it's not red meat, so we made an exception, and now it's okay. I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything, but last time I checked, a fish was still a living animal, and I thought that was a big problem with the vegetarian population. I mean, I didn't know you could pick and choose which animals you did and did not want to eat, and still claim to be vegetarian. If that's the case, I'm a vegetarian, but I eat meat. But I understand they're just making exceptions. I think we all make exceptions. I think we all do. Like I myself, I don't like to hunt, except for deer, cow, and chickens. That's just because they're easy to get. Even on the way down here, I got a deer with my car this evening. It was easy. It wasn't even difficult at all. He was sleeping on the side of the road when I got him. Nailed it. Got him. So that was easy. Yeah. So, joking aside though, I really can't bring myself to actually kill an animal. I can't do it. So when I go hunting, I aim for the hip. Another thing, it does make things a little difficult going hunting when you don't like to kill an animal. It does make it tricky since such a big part of hunting is that animal potentially being food for your family and yourself. So one of my friends recommended maybe you should try trapping animals. Maybe you can kill it in a more humane way. Maybe you feel better about that. So I figured that makes some sense. I'll try that. And I actually got one. But when it came time to kill it, I couldn't bring myself to actually do it. I couldn't bring myself to kill the animal, even though I knew this animal was potential food for my family and myself. So I figured I'd just chop a leg or two off and let it go free. It was a win-win situation. No harm, no problem. Although I am still working on getting the breast out of a chicken. It always seems to lay there directly afterwards. Meanwhile, you can cut its head off, and it'll run around for hours. I don't understand. It's a confused little animal as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how Colonel Sanders does it, really. And I will say this. I think it is weird that Kentucky Fried Chicken does not serve eggs. Don't you guys think that would be awesome, going into a Kentucky Fried Chicken, ordering chicken and eggs at the same time and seeing which comes out first, finally getting an answer to an age-old question? I guess it would be a little strange, chicken and eggs at the same time. Does anybody else feel weird eating chicken and eggs at the same time? That's like an entire generation of chicken on one plate. All right. Well, you guys have been awesome. Thank you very much. That is time for me. But before I go, I do want to clarify, these are only jokes. I don't want you to think that I'm actually cutting legs off of defenseless animals and sending them back out into the woods. I did have a lady come up to me one time. She said, I have a problem with what you were saying earlier about shooting animals for fun and whatnot. I said, ma'am, I never said I was shooting animals for fun. I'm shooting at for target practice. I'm not a monster. All right, I hope you guys are ready for a very, very funny night. Our next comedian was actually overseas in Japan, entertaining the troops recently, so make some noise for a very, very funny guy, David Beck. Let's make some noise for him.